What's up? It's your boy Heaven Hollywood back on the IE Network. This is the Heaven Hollywood Report. So let's get to it. Shout out to my sponsor in case you didn't know. That's icydk.blog. Once again, icydk.blog. Make sure you check them out on all mobile devices and the World Wide Web. Before we get started, please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss one video. Let's go. And we're going to get started off with the girl Olivia Rodrigo. Because Olivia Rodrigo, she posted this. She is in the studio working on some new music. Now, Olivia Rodrigo's coming off a huge 2020-2021 where she took the world by storm, and everyone is looking forward to see what she's coming back with on the Southmore album. Will the Southmore Jinx get Olivia Rodrigo? Or will she just expand on what she did with the opening album? Now, she posted this, manifesting. She's manifesting new music. Now, let me give you the skimmy on Olivia Rodrigo. This right here, this is Taylor Swift's comment. This is who Taylor Swift is worried about. Taylor Swift isn't really worried about Ponytail. She's not really worried about Dua Lipa. Like, they're not really in her lane. You know, Dua Lipa and Ponytail are kind of like in the same lane. But this girl right here, this is who Taylor Swift has her eye on. Trust me when I tell you. I speak to a lot of people, and according to my sources, Taylor Swift is worried about this girl right here. So we want to see what she comes back with. Let me know if you're excited about Olivia Rodrigo's next album. Do you think she could potentially be Taylor Swift's competition? Because from what I was told, Taylor Swift believes that is true. She's worried about her. You know, Taylor wants to stay ahead of the pack. Moving on to the boy C. Breezy, Chris Brown. And Chris Brown here celebrating, man, his daughter's 1 year old already. Man, that year went fast. Lovely Brown. He's standing there with Diamond Brown, his baby mother. Now, a lot of people that I spoke to is speculating that Chris Brown and Diamond Brown are going to have another kid, or going to try to have another kid. Now, the people that I know that are in tune with Chris Brown, of course, no one's ever going to give out 100% information. But it's sounding like he wants to have more kids with Diamond Brown. So don't kill the messenger, Team Breezy. I'm just going off what's and you guys know my sources be pretty credible. So they're saying that Chris Brown and Diamond Brown might be trying to have another baby. I guess he won't be having another one, Amika. She's too far. Having kids in Germany. Moving on to SZA. And she is number one again for the fourth week in a row. SOS is number one. It prevailed. 125,000 units moved in a week 4. She beats out Taylor Swift. I believe Taylor Swift moved about 118K. So Midnights comes in second. Midnights is now sold 3.3 million, I believe. SZA is almost platinum, 725,000. And for the fourth straight week, she is number one. So I don't hear nobody crying about, oh, Taylor, give somebody else a chance. 4 straight weeks. SOS remains the number one on the Billboard 200 for a fourth week with 125,000 units. Shout out to SZA. Now, SZA, I believe she broke a record for women of color this century for the most weeks at number one. This century for a woman of color. Now, I believe she broke Janet Jackson's record. SOS become the first R&B album by a woman to spend its first 4 weeks at number one on the Billboard 200 since Janet by Janet Jackson in 1993. So shout out to SZA getting it done. She also revealed that she wrote over 100 songs for SOS. So I believe 23 of them made the cut. But if all those songs, she's got so many unreleased songs, man. SZA probably has enough material to drop another album later on in 2023. Remember she said she's going to take a break from music. So if I'm SZA, 2023, I might release another album. And finally, Tory Lanez is back in the news. Now, we know he has a sentencing coming up January 27th. But there was something that everyone noticed this weekend on January 10th. Looks like another date they have now put next to Tory Lanez. Now, Tory Lanez has fired George, I guess his name's like, what's that dude's name? Murchison? He fired him, and he has now hired David Kenner. I'm not gonna lie, I thought David Kenner was dead, but David Kenner, and if you recognize that name, he's famous he was the lawyer and attorney for Suge Knight for many years. He was also the attorney for Snoop. Murder was the case that they gave me. He defended Snoop, got him off of a murder charge. They had Snoop up for murder. And David Kenner is now going to be Tory Lanez's attorney. Now, there's a lot of people speculating what this new court date means. Now, Megan Cuniff, who's been covering this stuff, covered the Tory Lanez case, she pretty much took to Twitter and addressed it. She was saying, yes, there's a date list on jail roster. It's not on Judge Hereford's calendar, and he's got a bunch of other stuff going on. Attorney David Kenner confirmed to me last week that he is now Tory Lanez's attorney. Megan then goes on to explain some of the things that people were seeing, because the rumor was going around. Of course, some black blogs took it and ran with it. Oh, there's an RM next to his name, and it's saying here, she's just explaining about Death Row Records, Suge Knight, anyone with actual experience in criminal law. Not all lawyers will tell you he's joining the case a bit late. Before trial would have been better. He is coming on the case a little late, but everyone's seeing a RM next to his name, and then black blogs started running with them saying that means reduce to misdemeanor. They also see in this penal code 132. It says regards false evidence and witness tampering. 132 is also Judge Hereford's court department number. Megan went on to state that LA Superior Court actively hides court documents from the public. So she doubts that would mean that they're showing false evidence and witness tampering. Some clues about what's going on. Prosecutors tried to add a bribery count to Tory's charges during trial, which the judge rejected. Any post-conviction motions from David Kenner regarding false evidence or witness testimony is very unlikely to come this quick. And then now she's just telling you, as her experience covering court cases, and then you got people in the comments dragging her. I mean, these people are so weird. This case has really brought out and shown how weird people are. They're dragging this woman who does this for a living. You don't know what you're talking about. That's 132 million. You're just being biased. To be clear, we really have no idea what it is. There's no way of any serious post-conviction motion will be filed and heard this quick. Tory was convicted on December 23rd, and it was a huge holiday break. There is no way there's been a serious motion fully heard. Regarding court course S-132, if you look at other jail roster entries, it's clear the number is the courtroom identifier. It doesn't have anything to do with penal code. It's not a coincidence that 132 is Judge Hereford's courtroom. That's exactly what it's supposed to signify. And of course, she's saying there's some people saying, oh, you're biased. You don't know what you're talking about. I mean, it's just weird. It is weird because these people aren't saying what you want them to say. Regarding the RM at the end of Tory Lanez's court case number being reduced to misdemeanor, Tory's lawyer can certainly ask Judge Hereford to do that uphill battle, but it's very, very, very unlikely that there's been any serious motion filled to do that yet. This stuff takes time. And she goes on to let them know that, yes, being reduced to misdemeanors, requesting new trial based on perceived issues with evidence, witnesses, but only David Kenner only recently got on the case. Just give it some time, she's telling people. But people want Tory Lanez out. You know, the Tory Lanez supporters, they want him out of jail yesterday. And they believe that somehow Tory Lanez is going to be able to outsmart and outrun the waiting list and everything else and get this, because she's now got David Kenner, a known, celebrity lawyer, is saying that since you got David Kenner, Tory's going to outsmart the prosecution. I mean, listen, I wanted to leave this case in 2022. Tory Lanez went through trial. He was found guilty. So if he's going to win an appeal, he's going to have to wait the time out to get an appeal. And if he gets an appeal and he wins it, so be it. But everybody's creating all these things that are not there. And once again, you're just spreading misinformation. Now, Dennis Byron, he came on and said that means absolutely nothing. He doesn't have a court case on January 10th. Now, I don't know if it means absolutely nothing now. I don't know about that. We'll have to find out tomorrow. But Mr. Byron said he has connections to someone that works at that court, and they said it means nothing. So we'll see if Tory Lanez is in court, which will be tomorrow, January 10th. Let me know down in the comments what you think that means. All right? What do you think it means? Like I said, I fully expect Tory Lanez to get an appeal, and who knows? He might win it. He might win the appeal. Jesus Christ, I'm kind of hoping he does win the appeal now so we can please be done with this. For Boy Heaven Hollywood, for the IE Network, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends.